Hey guys, welcome to our 4th ship spotlight for World of Warships. Once again, this segment's brought to you by thematana.com, and as always, I'm your host, Zettia. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to take a look at the USS Bogue. Yes, a carrier. We're still going to give you insight as far as the historical significance, as well as give you some tips and tricks for using it in-game. With the start of World War II, comes the need to get supplies to England, but there's a problem: the dreaded U-boat. The U-boat hunts in a small shipping corridor out of the reach of Allied aircraft, free to sink as many cargo ships as they can. There must be a solution to this problem. In 1942, the USS Bogue gets put to sea. She is a state-of-the-art escort carrier, also known as a jeep carrier. She comes equipped with 24 aircraft and a top cruising speed of 18 knots. Although slow, she is perfect for the Atlantic crossing. She can keep up with the supply ships, as well as the older battleships like the New York and Texas. The Bogue would have a relatively slow start. She did not see her first combat kill until she crossed the Atlantic for the 4th time. Her aircraft found and sank U-569. As the war went on, the Bogue continued racking up kills. As the Bogue made her 8th Atlantic crossing, she would find it to be one of the most successful in her career. An additional 3 U-boats were added to her kill board. At war's end, the Bogue and her task force had an outstanding service record, with an alarming 13 sub-kills. The Bogue received a Presidential Unit Citation, as well as 3 battle stars for her service. Now let's talk a little bit about gameplay. I reluctantly say this, but the Bogue is a welcome sight to the game. Many of you who played the closed beta will remember the USS Saipan. My biggest problem was that the Saipan and the Independence were too much alike, and it felt like the same exact ship. When I first got into the Bogue, I was excited, no more slow Langley. Then I noticed the top speed of only 16.9 knots. What a letdown. In fact, the first hull of the Bogue is essentially a Langley, just with more HP. All I can tell you from here is don't get too down on it. Grind away and get those upgrades. When you finally unlock everything, you'll need to make a few important choices when it comes to aircraft wings. The Mk5 Mod 2 will give you 1 torpedo wing and 2 bomber wings. A lot of people go this route because you will always be able to do damage. There's only one problem. Carriers with fighters will wreck your bombers because you have no fighter support whatsoever. If you play with this mod, make sure you're using cruisers for anti-air support. Most carriers will not run their fighters over a batch of cruisers just to chase down bombers. The second option is the Mk5 Mod 1. This is my favorite. You get 2 fighter wings and 1 bomber wing. When using this mod and fighting another carrier or 2, you will find yourself racking up aircraft kills, my best being 46 in one game. The drawback is that if you're in battle and you're absolutely the only carrier, you have little to do but stay alive and scout. In the end, pick the mod that works best for your style of gameplay. To wrap things up, Wargames made the right choice by removing the Saipan and adding the Bogue. But I, for one, cannot wait to get into the Independence. And I might suggest using free XP to get out of this if you really can't stand it. Well, that just about wraps up this edition of Ship Spotlight, guys. I want to thank you all for your support thus far. If you want to see more, leave a like, subscriptions never hurt. Also remember, for the latest in gaming, news, articles, entertainment, click the link and visit thematana.com. Take care, guys, enjoy the grind, and have a great day.